pretty darn good in Pacifica. Not only do we have a bright sunny day, but we've got 8,000 volunteers out cleaning up our beaches. And it's a good reminder that Earth Day isn't once a year, it's every day of the year. And it's important for all of us to recognize the importance of doing what we can. And there's a lot that each of us can do individually. Start with those plastic bags that are being eaten by wildlife and water life, and as a result they're starving to death. Let's get rid of all those plastic bags. Well, you know, it's not like it needs to be reinvented. The 70s were a highlight of environmental movement. It's when all the laws were put in place, clean water, clean air, Earth Day was conceived, and we need to remind yet another generation that protecting the environment is a full-time job for all of us.
Hi, this is Margarita Cardenas, your host with Urban Traditions, and you just saw Representative Jackie Speier at Earth Day 2012 in Pacifica. Yes, the struggle continues to keep our wildlife safe and our beaches clear of debris. Various organizations came out to support Earth Day, and Pacifica had them out in droves. We're going to speak to some of those organizations, and we have some representatives also. We're going to speak to them. And we have a special treat, Haunted by Heroes, a local band who already has some notoriety. They've been on the Today Show, and they were at last year's Fog Fest. We have with us today Cindy Abbott, the festival coordinator, Lynn Adams, the president of the Beach Coalition since 2007, and Dave Martinez, our good friend, master composter, master gardener. He's a member of the Beach Coalition. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you
for having us.
Thank you for coming. First question to Lynn. So how is the plight of the sea turtle coming about so far?
Well, the sea turtle species, there are 7 species of sea turtles in the world, and every species is endangered. And they have been in existence for 100 million years, longer than the dinosaur, and yet they're having troubles because of human interference.
Yes, and I saw that there was education for the people there also, so that was very good.
Yeah, we wanted to raise awareness for the sea turtle. It's we dedicated our work and our Earth Day event to the sea turtle. We'd like people to learn about the sea turtle and find out ways they can help it and understand where it is right now and how we need to help, or we will lose the sea turtles and all 7 species.
That's really a tragedy. Cindy, I understand that you got all of these organizations out there for the celebration.
We did. We were so excited. We had over 24 organizations out this year that were participating, including SeaTurtles.org, which did a great job sharing information about the plight of the sea turtle, as well as they were integral and shared information about the new marine protected area for the sea turtles that's off of our coast, which, as we were sharing information, something that, wow, I hadn't realized is we have leatherback turtles here that actually we're in their territory here in Pacifica. It spans that far from down here up to the coast of British Columbia. So we were thrilled that they were out here and that they spent some time educating people. We had Dr. Chris Pacentech, who did a great job sharing information with the schools, leading assemblies, and even kicked off the morning leading a research project down on the beach, showing students from Terra Nova High School how to conduct research so that they can go on and become scientists and do even more things to protect sea turtles and other wildlife. So that was really great.
Yes, it was. I really didn't even know all this about all of them being extinct. That's really a tragedy.
Right, it is.
Yes. Well, so Dave, now what was your role here? Well, Dave is a master composter and master gardener, and he's been in the community for how many years now, Dave?
Well, I'll be turning 50 this year, so that means I'll be here for 50 years.
And what was your part of the Beach Coalition?
What I did this year, well, actually, I've adopted Roberts Road for about, what is it, 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years probably.
And I've been cleaning up Roberts Road. I get a crew of friends and other people that want to come up and help. And usually I get about between 15 and 20 people to come help clean up. This year, I should say this cleanup was kind of disheartening because it was a little bit more messier than usual. But my goal one day is that you go up there and there's nothing to pick up.
Let's hear from Camden, Sweden.
I'm the editor of Pacifica Patch, and I got involved. I was recruited by the company in 2010. I was living in Seattle at the time, and I moved down to Pacifica for a few months before I started, and ever since I've just been doing local news in Pacifica. So Patch is a network of hyperlocal news websites that sets up in communities that typically don't have a lot of news coverage to begin with, or if they do, they might have a weekly or something like that. And Patch hires an editor, as well as usually an ad manager, and the editor hires freelancers, and we go about and we just cover everything a normal newspaper would. I'm a trained journalist. I was working as a reporter in Seattle. And our freelancers usually have journalism experience too, and so I cover everything from schools to crime to politics to the environment and so on.
Oh, everything then.
Yeah, we try to get as much as we can at least. We did our cleanup yesterday. We cleaned up Manor Bluff, picked up about I think 80 pounds of trash or so, and then today we have a booth set up where we've got a wheel where people can spin for some Patch swag, and we've got a bowling game for the kids where they can knock down trash, literally. And that's we're here to have fun. Really. Nice, got the big one. Keep going till you get a ball.
Yeah, we were really excited. Patch came out for the second year, and because they take part in the activity on the first day, they clean up. And so they were out on Friday cleaning up a bluff here in town. And on Saturday, they hosted Knockdown Litter, which is a perennial favorite now with the kids as far as really getting out there and doing something to, throw a ball at litter and do something. And it was just really a lot of fun.
Dave, I also spoke with Jenny Jackwith. Oh, yes, correct me. What is, I don't want to get her name.
Jenny Jackwith.
Jenny Jackwith. Jenny
It's
Jackwith.
okay, I get it wrong too.
Jenny Jackwith is a part of the Pacifica Beautification Project. And tell us a little bit more about that.
The Beautification Task Force is a new organization put together by the City of Pacifica to help beautify some of the eyesores in town. What we're doing is we're creating designs for the landscapes with some, we're trying to use native plants or drought hardy plants, so that way this city can have gardens that are sustainable, so they don't, the city crews don't have to waste their time in these gardens all the time trimming them, making them into balls and circles, but actually growing some native plants, giving habitat to some of the local animals that we have here, and we're just trying to beautify Pacifica.
Exactly. Well, let's go to the tape and let's hear what Jenny has to say.
The task force was created by the City Council last year to identify all of the areas in Pacifica that could be beautified. So we're looking at streetscapes, we're looking at median strips, we're looking at entrances to the city so that we can beautify those and make Pacifica a nicer looking place. We actually don't have any funding, so what's been happening is a task force has been surveying the city, have identified a number of projects all on our map here, and we're putting the plans together so that if a community group would like to take on a project, they can have the plans. We'll tell them the kind of plants they need to have, we'll help them get the plants, and hopefully we'll help them find some funding to do the project. Oh, I think it's going to do a great deal for Pacifica. First of all, it's going to beautify the community. I mean, we all love this community, and it's going to make it look even better. I think it's going to help our economic development because people are going to feel better about the community, and businesses are going to feel better about the community and want to move here. It's going to, I think, it will help people just remember to keep the community clean because everything's going to look better than it ever has. So.
It's just going to boom for people are going to want to move to Pacifica because it's just going to be so beautiful. But they're still looking for funding, I understand. Can you tell us more about this?
What we're going to try to do is to reach out to some of the organizations in Pacifica that want to help out and be able to fund these projects that we want to do. Bottom line, we all have to remember that we all live here in Pacifica and we all want it to look beautiful, so we all need to do a little bit of part.
Well, I say that anything that brings native plants, it's a positive. It's all a positive because native plants make our earth better. We're taking care of Mother Earth. We also spoke to Margot Myman.
Well, I'm celebrating Earth Day with all of Pacifica. This morning I came and set up the whale walk, which is just on the other side of the sidewalk there. And the whale walk is all about seeing the lengths of these various sea creatures, from the sea otter, which is only about 4.5 feet, to the blue whale, which is 95 feet. And so you get a sense for the size of these animals and how wonderful they are, and how important it is for us to keep trash out of the streets, because the trash a lot of times makes its way into the ocean. And also this year we're celebrating sea turtles because they're all endangered. So we also have got some placards out there about the 7 different kinds of sea turtles, which range from 2 feet all the way up to 7 feet, which is the size of the leatherback, and they're all endangered. So my daughter is a student at IBL and my son is a student at Ortega, and we decided to help at the IBL cleanup, which was at the Shark Park location just south of the pier. So we went over there and we were on the beach for a little while, but there were a lot of people on the beach, and we decided to clean up some of the side streets, and we were able to find some more trash there. But it was great because there was a lot of people out, hundreds of people out cleaning up. So it's nice to see everybody out.
Students also did activities at the school, cleaning up parking lots, picking up litter, removing weeds. Beautiful. They did a beautiful job. Terra Nova had over 200 kids at their campus doing street and campus cleanup, planting 15 trees, and taking care of flower beds.
Well, tell us about the different schools that she was talking about the whale walk. So how did that happen?
Well, this is our second year that we've had out the marine mammal walk, and this year we expanded it to include a section about the sea turtles. And it's something that we actually picked up from an organization, the American Cetacean Society. And what we ended up doing last year was thinking that what it does is it helps you visualize the size of the animals out in our environment and out in the water, because generally we can't see them. They're out there, they're underwater. We had a thrill on Earth Day by seeing whales spouting. It was terrific. The whales came too, which made it extra special. But of course you can just see a piece of them. So by using a tool, very simple, of the marine walk, we have a rope that's laid out that shows the length of each different sea creature. So we get to really understand how big it is and how we can compare to it. So when you see, for example, the size of a seal or a harbor seal down to an elephant seal and then a blue whale, it's really pretty incredible to understand and put in perspective the size of these creatures. And it's really neat because what we did is we actually put a placard so that there's descriptions about each marine mammal and also about sea turtles this year, so that people could really understand and learn. And that's one of our missions as part of the Beach Coalition, is to educate and provide information to people and kind of make it seem real. And having that being laid out with a backdrop of the ocean seems the perfect place to put that.
Exactly. Yeah, and the kids really need to understand how huge these animals are. Yes. Right. So now explain to us, well, actually, you said that there was all different kind of committees and subcommittees. Just name some of them for us.
Well, there's a lot of people that are involved with the Beach Coalition and with the organization. We had an advisory committee, and we invited people from City Council, from businesses. We invited people from schools. We invited community members and community groups to come join together and give us feedback and help us. We have a media and outreach committee. We have the celebration committee. We have the activity committee, the get out and the community groups and getting the adopted places. We have the team that's at the dump site. We have organization as far as like getting all the businesses together, and also documenting and recording all that happens is a big job.
Definitely. Earth Day was a huge, huge project. Now, yes, we've gathered all the debris and all the garbage, and we need to find out what happens to it. We have, we're going to go to our tape and hear from Deirdre Finnegan. She's vice president of the Beach Coalition, I think. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong. And she was also manager there at the waste dump. So let's go to our video and check out what Deirdre has to say.
Waste collection site, otherwise known as the dump site. All of the trash that is collected and all of the green waste that's collected all throughout the city of Pacifica on Earth Day has to go back to a central location. So that's why we call it the dump site. Recology is so generous as to offer us waste bins that we have to make sure get separated from garbage, recycling, as well as green waste. So we make sure that when everyone comes in with their waste, that it gets separated and weighed. We have to weigh it for total so we can report it to the county and make sure it gets into the right bins. We get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of trash.
Well, Dave, did we pick up anything strange or just plain weird this time?
Yes, there was someone decided to bring up a sofa recliner up to the hillside, and it was in pieces, so we got to pick that up. But I think my best find was when I got to the cleanup site and I emptied my truck, and I found a lizard in the bottom of in my truck running around. So I put it back into the bucket, and I brought it back up to Roberts Road, and it was a very touching moment because I've never had a lizard just hang out with me. I picked it up and I had it on my arm, and I got to sit there and pet it as my friend took pictures, and then it ran up to my shoulder, and I think it whispered something like "thank you" in my ear. And I picked it up in my finger and I put it over to the coyote brush and jumped off and took away. It was very special.
Well, I hope nobody threw that poor little lizard away. Oh my God.
No, he's living back on Roberts Road again.
Oh, okay.
He's safe.
Great, great. Good to hear that our wildlife, we have to take care of our wildlife. Final thoughts about Earth Day for each of you. Cindy, let's start with you. What final thoughts about Earth Day? Has it been a success? Are you grateful for the organized people that are actually organizations that came out to support? And was it difficult for them to come out?
Oh, everybody loves to come out, and it's really terrific to have everybody participate with us. That's really what we've looked forward to, is expanding our reach. The cleanups are terrific, but we love showing the entire community and really bringing out a number of organizations of all different things, from environmental groups to support different things in the community. And it was a great success. I think, though, what's important to remember, as Jackie noted, was that Earth Day is every day. While we celebrate it and recognize it on one day, it's something that we need to think about all the time. And it is something that first came about in 1970, and yet we are still picking up trash and taking care of litter. And things have changed. We now are not picking up maybe pull tops on soda cans or aluminum, but now it's plastic bottles, plastic bags, like it was noted. That's things that wildlife eats and impacts them. And we have to really look at our own personal things that we do so that we make Earth Day every day in the choices that we make when we're out shopping and out doing things, and we're considering each day what we're doing and the actions that we're taking, so that at some point our goal is to just have a big celebration and to not have to be out there picking up litter.
Yes, yes. Lynn?
Well, I'd like to say that this Earth Day is a dream come true. That an entire community would come together in such a big way, not just to celebrate, but to also take action. And a lot of communities have celebrations, but they don't really have the action behind it. And the gusto that people pick up, I could tell you story after story of people that are out in the field that just go at whatever job it is in big ways. And we remove weeds, we restore habitat, we plant gardens, we pick up litter, we adopt parking lots, we adopt park and rides, creeks. Frontierland, a group of parents put sand in the sandbox because they wanted their kids to be able to play in addition to cleaning up. So the projects are expansive, but we also have businesses participating, we have community groups, we have all the organizations that come and support the celebration. We had volunteers that help in so many ways, and also people that come to enjoy it and hear what's going on, learn about the turtle from the speakers. What a magnificent day. It is a dream come true. And it is something that we need to continue, because when we can get everybody to take one action, Earth Day becomes an everyday thing. But sometimes we have to have that one action that we take part in first to be able to realize and to really find the things that we can do. Exactly.
And Dave?
I think what I'd like to say is, you know, from living here for 50 years, I think I'm really lucky, and everyone in the city is really lucky that we've had people move into town like this, that they didn't live here for 50 years. They didn't grow up here as kids. I have, but they love this city enough to come out and clean it and be part of the Beach Coalition. I think more people in our town need to realize that they don't like to look at garbage and that they want to do something about it too. They can either join the Beach Coalition or sign up cleaning the highway with the Beautification Task Force. But everyone needs to know that we all want to clean up the society, and I always say, if you can make litter, you can pick it up.
Exactly. Well, I want to thank my guests for this special edition of Earth Day 2012 and Urban Traditions. Thank you, Cindy, Lynn, and Dave, for coming out and sharing this time with us. Also, I want to give a shout out to one of our crew members, Julian Bandana. Hey, I told you I'd give you a shout out. It's your birthday. Have a good one. And I think Lynn wants to do a presentation.
Yes, and I did want to present Pacifica Community Television for coming out every year since 2005 to film Earth Day, for taking your action in the environment for your show. And I want to thank the crew that come here and dedicate their time and volunteer year-round to do this. And I want to thank you, and I want to award you the Star of the Sea Award.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Look at that. Thank you so much. And now we have a special treat tonight. We're going to go to see Haunted by Heroes, that local band that's up and coming. And let's go there. Remember to send those questions. Befriend us on Facebook. We need gardening questions. Hopefully Dave will come back and do another gardening show for us. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.